Hello, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wadahu na wadahu dets. Welcome to Good Vibes and Yeshua. Yeah, of course, I'm your host, the Dapper MC Noel, of course, kijana kutoka Kathonzweni. And today I'm so much excited because I can never do this alone. I always do this with these amazing, beautiful people, starting with none other than
Esther Mumbe, the conversationalist. Napenda Yesu.
Hey, sawa.
Sasa wakishafanya introduction hivyo, mimi yangu ni jina ni Stella. Jina ni Stella peke yake.
Stella, na sitakukumbusha tena.
Ni Mike.
I am going to remove you from this podcast.
Tutaituma nyumbani. You will
focus. So me, my friend alinishow. Yeah, alishika hadi kibukusi. Tulikuwa nasema lugha gani?
Kiteso.
Kuna wateso
hii Kenya.
Lakini but
is it in those coastal regions or
no, wateso wako pale kwa border ya Kenya na Uganda. Kwa kina mama yangu huko.
Au unasema
ogopa. Actually, my ex ni mteso. Mwogopeni Mungu mwenye uwezo wote.
Ogopa. Uliteswa? Na mteso?
Ukateseka.
How was it?
Mteso.
By the way, kuna matribes zingine ushai meet na mteso?
Yeah, nimekumbuka. I have a friend of mine who sings actually. Yeah, he's a teso.
Nicho kinaitiang wale.
I have one teso friend.
What?
Yeah.
Wale sasa ndio marginalized communities.
Marginalized. Me I feel kuna watu mi sijaipata tu, kuna kabila sijaipata.
Umepata na Mdigo wewe?
I have a friend who's a Digo.
Pokomo.
Lakini wapoko mi sijaipata na Mpoko.
Kuna lugha ya Wamasai inaitwa Njemps. What was that, my guys? What was that? Njemps. Ilchamus.
Hizo ni Maclan ama?
Hizo ni mi sijaielewa. Yeah, but back to the point. I feel like when we think about being an equally yoked, tunafikiriaga ati now being an equally yoked is all about religion. But guys at home, you can be an equally yoked in your careers, equally yoked in your beliefs, equally yoked in everything, even in opinions, by the way. Na ukipata mali hakuna unity. You know, the Bible says that where there is no unity, where there is unity, God commands a blessing. Na mali hakuna unity, man. If you're not united even in your conversation, I think that's also a red flag.
Yeah.
But now sasa mimi naweza uliza swali ya where do we draw the line on compromise? Unaona, there are things hatuta will not sit eye to eye on everything.
But how far is too far?
How far is too far? So
hiyo swali imesumbua kina dada wa kanisa.
Ile swali ya mimi nataka harusi ya jioni kwa sababu ya I am not a morning person. Na jamaa anataka harusi saa 12 asubuhi tumeamka tunapiga makeup. So
nyi pia wacheni kutubeba ufala. Sasa tukuje harusi ya jioni kwa nini?
You know, as a photographer, views, you know,
pale ka sunset.
Let me tell you, sunsets are beautiful.
So you want to capture the silhouettes?
Yeah, the silhouettes. You know, point sky hizo.
Na kukinyesha.
Mvua itanyesha asubuhi.
Okay.
So it's opinions like that, it's beliefs. Unaona? For example, there are families, there's a guy I know that amegrow up akijua mama yake ndiye ana provide. Mimi nimegrow up nikijua baba yangu, if anything nitaambia mama yangu ambie baba yangu ama nitaambia tu baba yangu because my dad is there. And now this guy does not believe that because he has not seen a man providing the house.
Okay.
So it's beliefs like that. Ndio sasa nauliza how far can we take this compromise? Unaona? Where do we draw the line that kuna compromise na kuna ufala sasa? Unaona? Like you're just accepting the wrong. You're just getting a raw deal. Unaona? So
I feel like it's a very thin line. there is a very, very thin line. It's just the way I will say there is a very thin line between faith and foolishness. You know, there is faith, and then sasa kuna hii sasa yako itaita foolishness. You know, there is a very, very thin line. For example, if I am sick in the house, I know the Lord is the one who heals, but the same God is the one who put doctors in place.
Yeah,
so that
sure.
you know, so if I stay in the house, I know a community in Kenya. I don't know whether I don't want to put this by the way, but let me just say allegedly, I hear that Akorinos they believe that when you're sick you don't go to the hospital. Even Renjo Marias, by the way. So they just pray for you until but they have had instances where they have prayed for someone until they died. You know, the same case, the same way tumeona this trending story that was trending last year of this anaitwa Pastor Mackenzie
Shakahola
Chronicles where people will come to church at you fast, friends
until you see the Lord Jesus.
Until you see. So we saw people fasting mpaka wakadedi. So the same thing Hypestella me I will say there is a very thin line between faith and stupidity and foolishness. You know, I've seen pastors actually in the southern part of Africa, in the SA. You know, I saw this pasi who told the congregants that God amesema hivi na nini tutoke nje tukule nyasi. CEO mtu na suti yake polite amepark pale nje V8 ametoka pale anakula nyasi, a good one. You know, so sometimes I feel like Christians when we ask these questions that how far nini sometimes we rely on the man of God. My story of man of God imekuwa very bad that whatever the man of God says goes, you know, because tumekuwa brainwashed in a way that we are Sunday to Sunday Christians. Unajua sisi tunapigaga Bible zetu hivi vumbi on Sunday to church. So if the pastor, if the man of God goes up on stage and says something, that is the truth, because now we have not taken time to learn or to study scripture. So that's why huku nje tunakuwa introduced with different doctrines, different beliefs, and that's what we believe, and that's what we go and run with. So I feel like we should get to a point where we are studying scripture and we are getting to research and we are learning things on our own, and we are not relying on the men of God. But then have you seen this thing of ladies, women with men of God? Venye anaserve man of God pale kwa kanisa, si venye anasavigi his man.
And you know, that is error, that is bad.
That is bad. And you know now your husband is your priest. You know, by then me I will struggle with that thing. If I see my wife serving men of God pale kwa church, zile za mpaka
amepiga magoti pale
but kwa hao it's not the same.
Kwa food pale.
You get the double standards. So those are the things that we should now come back to our minds. So now if you're watching at home and you've been struggling with this thing, by the way, I feel like you're not choosing the guy because you're not choosing the chick because you are unequally yoked. Go all the way. If you're going all the way, go all the way. Usiende nusu, by the way. Don't go nusu, half.
I always feel like when your story pastors and all that, on Sundays pekee ndio tunaenda tusikize pasi na chenye pasi anasema that's it. You know, I low-key want to blame it on men as well, because the guy is the priest of the home. You know, the guy is able to study the word of God, hear God, what is God saying about your wife and your children, preach to them, tell them this season God is saying this and this, 2025 God is saying this and this, for you my wife, for you my children, God is saying this and this. You know, women love power, women love authority, women love someone who is telling them this is the way, this is not. That is why women find it easy to submit under their pastors, because their pastors are showing direction. Okay. And when they go back home, they're the ones who are telling the husband, babe, leo tujaomba, babe, leo tujasoma scripture, babe, tufanye nini, babe, I have this idea, jamaa namwambia we, fanya kaa wewe. Una get. But akishia church, ambie pasi nilikuwa na hii idea, pasi atajaribu kumsikiza, mwambie that's very good, in fact I know fulani ashajaribu kitu kama hiyo, let me connect you with them, atakusaidia. Women love that, so it will be easy for a woman to kneel down for the pasi and do that compared to doing the same to the husband. Okay,
and you know,
so again, two sides of the coin. In as much as it is very wrong to kneel down to the man of God and not do it to your husband. If you're doing it to your husband, to the man of God, ni sawa, jibambe. Okay? Okay? If you there are Ugandans kneel down, and that is their culture, and that is okay.
Hey, I'm like,
okay,
banange,
and that is okay.
I am bringing you the food in full.
So hadi wakinelia down pasi wao na warudi home wanelia down mzae hapo with the husband, well and good. Okay? Again, in as much as ni mbaya kufanyia hivi na bwanako na mdharau home, hivyo ni mbaya, but also men need to step up. They need to lead. They need to show direction. They need to be the priest.
The priest.
Yes. Let me tell you, there is no way your wife will look like she's the one who is bringing direction and clarity in that marriage, and you expect her to kneel down.
Yeah.
Na yeye ndio kusema.
So what I'm trying to say, maze wanaume wavae hizo shoes wanafai kuvaa, watashanga the wonders. It is so attractive when a guy is able to tell you this is what God is saying. Mazeta kaa sometimes iko uongo. Hata si uchoche bibi yako. Si umchoche basi. Kama ukusikia God
mnataka kusema tuwadanganye.
Kudanganya ni sawa. As long as unaonesha na kuna ka direction kako mahali.
Mnataka tuwadanganye jamani.
Ni fake it till you make it. Ulimdanganya ni akaingia box pale.
Mimi nilisema ukweli jamani. Nilisema ukweli.
Hapo ulikuwa na tuko mahali.
Jamani nilisema ukweli.
Ulimwambia sitawahi kujamia na 2 weeks later ukajama.
Alikosa kushika simu ukajama.
I think makosa mali nilifanya ni kumuita my world. Juu sasa nyinyi mtaenda wapi?
Nyinyi mtaishi wapi? Mimi nishaambiwa kwa dunia mzima.
So hivi inamaanisha kudanganya hadi get chenye unataka, so be it, but si ile kudanganya ati infidelity or something. You guys get what I'm trying to say.
So what you're trying to say is ladies love uongo. Mademu wanapenda kuchochwa.
Hapana, mademu wanapenda mali panakani kama we are getting somewhere.
Kuna ka direction.
So
kuna ka direction.
So let's put some pointers down.
Hatuwezi kuwa Cynthia wawili kwa nyumba.
Exactly.
You know, before tusonge sana, you know, ukiangalia most churches, and this is something that I noted, most of our parents' generation, the women ndio wako wengi church. I think there's a bit of shift when it comes to us, because at least the men wame, but kwa wazazi wetu wa mama ndio walikuwa kwa kanisa wingi. And it's because men were never there in the house. Unaona? Mzee alikuwa anaingianga mtaani, akiingia hivi, I heard it from my friend ati baba yao alikuwa anaingia kwa nyumba au anapotea. And I'm like, unaona? Mzee akiingia kuna kiti ya mzee. Kwetu kunanga kiti ya mzee. Kwetu nitakaa hapo, babangu akikuja atakaa kwa kiti kwa empty huko. But now for these kids, the dad would come once in a month. Amekuwa sijui job wapi. Akikam anakam na komkali, so watu huyo hawajui mzai, so their mom immersed herself into church. And church is the only space this lady got to be heard and seen. I think venye tu unasema hiyo to just step up. Unaona? And hata tukisema men pia wa step up, there's also the place of us as ladies honoring the authority that the man has.
That's true.
You know, kuna wale hawatakuwa loud. My dad is not loud. Me, I don't know why kwetu tuko loud. Me, I don't know where I got this loudness from, because my parents are very chill people. My dad will only speak to you in the calmest voice. And you literally feel his authority. My mom ndiye angekuwa na shout, vunja hizo zote ukuja hata mimi sasa uniue.
Mbona mother wanakoga?
But my dad will only need to come and just look at you like this. And you'll feel his presence.
Exactly.
So I think it's also, we just allow them to lead. In as much as they are supposed to lead, we also allow them to lead us.
Juzi msupa aliniambia kitu fulani which I found so eye opening and I loved it at some point. Alikuwa ananichapia ni aje, sometimes as a man when you're raising up kids, don't beat them kwa kila makosa wanafanya. Unajua, she was giving a story remembering of how she grew up and the way the dad will react to issues. Alikuwa anasema mother yetu hata tufanye tu kitu yoyote ni vita. Yeah, but in the event when unapata budako anakupiga yenyewe even this thing is serious. So there is that point of even men tunafika don't react to everything. Mpaka ile point yenye when we are addressing something,
exactly,
the presence now is felt. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. But hey, I'm loving the conversation. Esther Mumbe, do you feel like machali sahi tuko na hiyo authority as do you feel the way you guys are saying you're struggling because you are not finding the direction, that men are not giving you the direction, the authority, the leadership, the leadership, okay,
karibu apige bale hapo,
the leadership. So hiyo mnafeel mpati, do you feel machali wa saa hii ama hiyo ilikuwa tu kitu ya kitambo?
Mi naweza sema now I feel like it's getting better with the kind of guys that I've been able to interact with. It's getting better. I guess it's because pia mi na grow. So kitambo kiasi in my probably early 20s you couldn't find that because of course the kind of people you're hanging out with, they're still kids. So I want your sense of authority and all that. But now nachungulia 30 pale, you know, so of course the kind of people that I'm associating myself with, they have this kind of knowledge. Okay, they are people who are actually doing their best to be leaders, to lead themselves so that you cannot lead someone else if you can't lead yourself.
Come on now.
So to lead themselves so that they may be able to lead other people.
All right.
Yeah, so I feel like it's getting better every day. It's getting better. And again, the people you associate yourself with. I'm very sure flipping the same coins. Hey, leo kuna two sides of the coin sana. Flipping the same coin, kuna wase wako 35, our radanishi
ako 19.
But I do not know why. Because I'm not associating myself with them.
What you're trying to say ni kuna men wa 20 years na boys wa 45.
Yeah. And what I'm also trying to say is also the kind of people you associate yourself with, they will really determine a lot on how you view life and this thing, marriage and masculinity and all that.
Okay.
Exactly. So the people that have been able to associate myself with, they are doing everything that they can do to be better men in the society, and I'm loving it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Nilipita mahali nikapata boys anateta ati mdema kumtext kwanza, and I'm like, men used to go to war. Zai jamaa amekaa pale ameshuka lines kwa kichwa and ako like msichana hakuni, and I'm like,
wacha kuteta hapa hujatextiwa na dem.
Unateta hujatextiwa first.
Take initiative.
Unaona? Your concern is dem haja kutext first. You have not tried to find out mbona haja text.
But then on the same story that was trending, kulikuwa na issue. Yeah, the guy was complaining that dem hakumweka hakumpost siku ya birthday.
Men used to go to war. Once again, men used to go to war.
Teta vitu za maana.
Angeteta hujapostiwa status yenye siku hizi nasikia msee ana mute wase alafu anakuacha ujiview amepost ujiview.
That's so sad.
Hata heri usipost.
Hata usipost.
It's not that serious.
It will be but your story ilikuwa na a lot of
niko na tu. And also I think tena venye tumesema the people you surround yourself with. Unaona, if your concern ya wase wasakoli yako ni kupostiwa day ya birthday, unaona,
exactly.
Me I've seen majamaa msenda anachukua mpaka loan atafutie msupa gari moti and then concern yake sasa, concern ya umdema ataikuwa hiyo gari, umdema alitaka tu boys akuje tu
exactly.
Unaona, wewe umeenda umefanya hiyo na umdema alitaka the least
your presence.
Unaona, and then unaenda kusema women are materialistic. Exactly. Who isn't? Who isn't?
I think even the way men used to die, it's different. Men used to die in a very crazy way. Sikizi mtu anadedi amenyongwa sijui na nini. Azin ukiangalia venye watu walikuwa na dedi wanaume kitambo. At least kufa hata
Marehemu alienda vitani.
Alikuwa kwa vita, yani
Kupigwa risasi.
lazima vita ilikuwa.
Leo Dedan Kimathi bwana amepiga yake safi hapa. Amededi.
One for the gram. But I feel like unakumbuka story ya David venye aligongeana. Aligongea Uria.
Yeah.
And then you know after his story ndo isimezesheke
Yeah.
ama asijulikane venye akaeka Uria mbele kwa maandamano.
Uria ni nani?
Na Uria akarepresent.
Uria ni nani? Uria pale kwa maandamano kidogo akireject hapo.
Kiboniface Mwangi.
Tukampoteza. Unajua?
No, hatukumpoteza. Si ndio maana nimesema Kiboniface Mwangi. Huyo mzee hakuna mali anaishia na anashindaga tu ana reject.
Lakini wewe
hakumpoteza. So venye alirudi akasema wapige Tei.
Akamwekea
Tei ndio arudi home adoze na wife apate mimba. Wapi? Yeye ni loyal soldier.
Alikurudisha sasa maandamano round 2 yakamada.
Sasa maandamano part 2 ndio alimada. Intentionally sasa zile accident. Ile enyewe huyo amadwe.
Unasema umse before dead walijaribu.
Alisumbua yeye.
But unajua pia I feel hiyo ni ngori. Ule alikuwa mwanaume. Yaani wamemweka kwa maandamano wapi? Wakamwekea vitu kwa chakula wapi? Wakamrudisha kwa maandamano. Ndio tukampoteza.
Alafu hamjasoma ile apology ya David akisema I have sinned before you God and you alone. I'm like that. Is Uria a joke to you? Is Uria a joke to you and his wife? Umechukua wife wenyewe unasema umesin mbele ya God peke yake. So umesin hata
lakini mimi ningekuwa God tu for 24 hours. Nyinyi mngeti. Nyinyi I'm looking at God at this point. Umse ameblanda hizi vitu zote. And then at the end of the day anamuita a man after
my heart.
Man, that was crazy.
God is mysterious. His thoughts are not ours.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, huwezi elewa mambo ya God. Ni tricky day.
Yeah. So going back to the stories of our relationships, what are your deal breakers when it comes to relationship?
Turudi pale kwa equally yoked.
Turudi hapo.
Ya religion.
Utaki Yesu ni Bwana na Allah.
Mungu unajua mzaezi kuwapasia alafu menda kutafuta mlevi. Jaba.
Hata mlevi ni kidogo like Muslim.
So
Muslim.
Let me start with Mumbe. What are your deal breakers?
Salvation.
Najua umluya. You lazima mtu akue na appetite.
For me one is salvation. Yeah. At least mtu mwenye we are praying to the same God. We have the same beliefs. Yeah. So hiyo ni deal breaker number 1.
So umse ako na do, ako fiti, tall, dark and handsome, kenodhia tu fulani, ako na shamba maguta, ako na ka 50 by 100. Mahali hapo Kamulu Joska. As in it's good, it's headed somewhere. Yeah. So hizi zote alafu hajasevika
out.
Vanity of
even ndo unamwacha. Say I thought you guys mnasemaga I will change him.
No. You can change other things but when it comes to vitu kama Christ,
mama yake alishindwa kumchange.
Wewe ni nani?
So you can't take a guy and then you say you're going to change him, you're going to
at this time and age. No, I can't. I can change other factors, other things about him, but hapo kwa kuokoka bana venye tu mimi nilikutana na God huko kabla nikutana na wewe. Pia wewe kutana tu na God huko kabla ukutane na mimi.
Guy, akisimuhubirie tu. Ndio maana niko kwa kamera gani bwana producer?
Preach to them, but don't fall in love with them.
No, but bwana we need to. That's why boy, ndio maana kanisa haina kina baba.
Tunawapreachia tu tukua kwenye tunawapreachia,
So you guys don't believe that I'm going to change the guy?
Venye nimekwambia kuna vitu
vitu mna change tu ni DP.
Tuta change DP.
Kuna vitu tunaweza change
but change last name.
Kuna vitu tunaweza change but vitu zingine ni tricky kidogo.
Wow.
Yeah, ni tricky.
Hype Stella, what's your deal breaker when it comes to relationships?
I think tu ni the same thing MC Mumbe amesema. Like mi siwezi kuwa nimeokoka. Mi nimekuwa raised in a Christian family. And then naenda kutafuta unaona like hiyo mi hata the fact that msia anaweza kuwa mlevi is hiyo kwanza hata tuongei juu sasa tuna my father has not set the example of a drunkard hiyo and you just have to be hiyo
Okay.
okoka na ukuwe tu serious na wokovu wako. Mimi mzee wangu aligive his life for the cause. Mzee ame serve the Lord for the last couple of years
and he has never been ashamed,
and he has
My Lord.
yeah?
Hallelujah.
You guys should hear my dad introducing himself. You know, and I'm like, I want to be like the way my dad introduces himself. My dad would go to a corporate meeting and he would start with Bwana Yesu asifiwe.
Kwa corporate meeting. By the way, I've gone to MC like in schools where they're in where international schools and then the teachers come and tell me, by the way, don't start with a word of prayer because we have people who are atheists and you see now in a corporate world where you find someone is so bold about their belief and their faith, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Unashamed. Romans 1:16 fam. Also ziko mob. I think it's time we write books about these things. Kuna hiyo you can't be ninasikia kuna statements kwa inaitwa nonchalant. Hiyo peleka huko. How unaona you can't be that. You want to be loved and to love someone but you want to do it in a way that makes you quote and quote look cool. Please accept to look stupid. We all just need my guys hata in my gangster state. In fact I am going to give my heart affairs to someone else, someone who is a bit responsible because I know myself. I get
your heart affairs.
Yes, heart affairs. Wakati relationship itakuwa serious, I have to call a committee and tell guys nisaidieni na decisions because I know huwa tunachukua reasoning tunaiambia reasoning kaa pale kwanza we make these decisions. You have to just allow yourself to do that.
That's true. So to our farm guys who are watching us from home, you can just join the conversation hapa hivi. To our premier gang as you're watching this, kindly just put down on the comment section what are your deal breakers when it comes to relationships because kila mtu akona kila mtu
kadha tumesema hata tu moja.
I think mimi zangu zinakuwa zimeshikana. For me inakuwa faith but again purpose. That is really important to me. One wise man said the two most important days in your life is when you're born and when you discover why. Not when you die because now they normally say that a lot of dreams are lying in the graves. So if you find someone that you are not aligning in terms of purpose, I feel like, for me I feel like that's very dangerous. Unajua because you have come you love each other you're doing good every day is I love you but where are you headed to? When I come and present my purpose, mali mimi nataka kuwa in the next 10 years is not where you want to be in the next 10 years. For me I feel like those are not for me I feel that's a deal breaker because I want someone when I want to go east wako hapo wanakufa na mimi when they are going east I will be there to support them and cheer them on. That means that we are aligned in our purposes and we want to go in the same direction. So I feel for me those are my deal breakers. Ukipatana na msewe unataka kuwa Timbuktu yako hii side ingine I feel like you're not headed on the right on the same direction rather.
But do you think it's a bit tough on us as women? Nikiangalia kuna mse aliniambia mimi siwezi date mdema na hype and I'm like chonjo. It's because na feel kuna there's a bias to this because for men it's a non-negotiable for men and even ukisikiza conversations most guys are having around when I try and tell you guys my deal breaker inakuwa quote and quote unrealistic standards and too high standards. I feel it's a bit naweza sema ish when it comes to these things where do we say that sio deal breaker ni unrealistic standard. Nilisikia mse fulani alikuwa anasema mimi hata dema sikuwa ameokoka akuwa tu anajua kupika chapo. Unajua kupika chapo? So unaona unaangalia vitu kaa hizo. It's the same thing na with whatever has been going on in the country. I have listened to some ladies talk and say as long as the man has money, unaona, and you're like sis, si utaumia itown, unaona. Huyo na umse mwenye anasema dem lazima ajue kupika chapo.
Same what's up.
Yeah, same what's up. Someone said, when a whole man gets married to a broken lady, the marriage will be a whole. But when a whole lady get married to a broken man, that the marriage will be broken.
Wow.
Okay? Because whether we like it or not, venye jamaa yuko, hivyo ndio ndoa itakuwa. You know, ka jamaa ako broken, ndo itakuwa broken. Ka jamaa ako whole, hiyo ndo itakuwa whole. Okay? And I always feel, kwanza I wanted to ask you to demystify on venye umesema purpose. Like huyo dem unataka kujua purpose yake.
As in, I just want to know, where do you want to be in the next 10 years? Where I want to be in the next 10 years.
And see if they are sync.
Does our future align? Is there a pivot point where we're gonna come and meet and say, now probably you're into accounts, me I'm in entertainment, but is there a place where we come and align and we are like on the same, that I will support you 100% in your career and you will support me 100% in my career, whatever I'm planning, that we come and meet here. Unajua, sometimes I feel like people are broken. People are broken outside here. Ali heartbreak you na MC. So ye kwa akili yake na kama MC ni ma red flag. Or probably you know, kuna kwa gana yo idea ya guys who are in entertainment, guys, these people are red flags. Unajua, it's because you are hurt. You know, allow yourself to be transformed and get to learn this other person. For me, I normally say, what is not transformed is transferred. You know, if you're not transformed right now, when you go to another relationship, you are just transferring your baggage to this other person.
And you start bleeding on them.
Bleeding
on people who did not hurt you.
That didn't hurt you.
You know,
Exactly.
So for me, when I say that purpose, we need to walk in the same alignment. Wacha tusonge pamoja kwa pamoja, tukienda kule mbele. That's what I meant.
I love it.
You have to have a pivot point.
I was having a conversation with Apasi Juzi, and we're just talking about how like a good percentage of men do not know their purpose, and there is pressure. Purpose, you should know your purpose. So he was telling me, actually I'd really like to know what you guys think about this. Alikuwa anasema we should change the Miles Monroe theory ya Miles Monroe ya purpose before partner. Okay, because alikuwa anasema times have changed. Kitambo mtu agemaliza shule 17, akiwa 17 kajua hapa kashaingia tu connections hapa na pale, umesoma vitu ziko sawa, nini umejenga, umenunua gari, umenunua kashamba mahali, you know, by 28 uko na bibi, uko na shamba already, kwenu ushajenga, mambo iko sawa. Okay, sai we have men at 32 wenye bado wanapigwa na juku hivi nje na madocuments. Okay, bado yo msee anajaribu kushangaa purpose yake ni gani. But you know, all these things, watu hawana father figures as much. Okay,
sure.
Na every man needs a father figure. Okay, and there are people who have been lucky enough, wameenda machurches poa, wamepata wase, they're exposed nini, wakapata ma father figures, ma mentors. Kuna wase wajakuwa na hiyo privilege. Okay, does it mean those people will have to wait until the day that they're able to figure out a thing or two about their purpose so that they may marry?
I feel those are double standards.
And this is what he was saying. He was saying sometimes some people have found their purpose out of getting married. You marry a woman probably who is kind of ahead of you, and she actually helps you to know what your purpose is. Okay? That is something that has happened to so many men. Unachikimse kama comedy Anto Terence ama anaitwa nini?
Yes.
Yeah, aliyekuwa kwanza na Mili for like 4 years. Kwanza nimeona after hiyo story kina Gift happened akasema acheni ku shame wanaume wenu hivyo. Mimi niliekwa and now this is my wife nini. Loki, I feel like Mili is the one who made Terence know who he is and what his purpose is. and is now living in his purpose, being a comedian and all that. Okay, and they're still together. Okay, so if probably he said, I'll staki dem, staki kumari, I don't want anything to do with women until ile siku nitajua purpose yangu, probably leo tungekuwa tunajua Terence ni nani.
True.
But I don't think ni kumsaidia kudiscover the purpose. It's the guy, I think he had something. What do you have in your hands is the question. Do you have something that we can work with? Basically, I think purpose ni what do you have in your hands, and what can we work with?
Exactly.
Terence alikuwa na comedy. Unaona? Kuna mse akona business idea. Kuna mse akona dreams zingine, he just needs people to help him actualize. Unaona? So, and hata tukisema ukiangalia hizi stories za wase wana credit their successes to their wives, ni wase they are friends with their wives first of all. They just didn't marry people. They just married their friends. Unaona? And Noel here can tell us about that. That it's not marriage that tunaweza sema story ya purpose na marriage ndio ilifanya mse akadiscover purpose yake. You had a purpose, you just didn't have a way, or you didn't have someone to help you,
but the someone is the one who helped you
to help you actualize it. Not know it, actualize it.
But the someone is the one who helped you. That's what he was trying to say. He was trying to say sometimes mtu ndio anaweza kusaidia kufigure out this thing.
I think for
that
men,
other party.
I think most of the times men, we have great ideas, we have great potentials, but we just need someone to push us to our destiny.
Exactly.
You get? And what we saw, like for me, let me just give an example. First of all, let me give a reference to a movie that I think we should watch. I don't remember the name of the movie, but I'm gonna get it as we put out the episode. I'm going to tell Wiki the man is going to put it down here. It's a movie. It's an interesting story of how this lady had this guy. Okay, udem alikuwa na uchali, and then there was the guy had a dream, but the dream was only one idea. Hakuwa anafikiria eti if music doesn't work, I'm going to move to comedy. If comedy doesn't work, I'm going to be a director. I'm going to start something. This guy only had one idea. Okay, now let's say it's camera. Maybe I want camera thing iki work out, I know I'm gonna be a millionaire. Okay, and alikuwa na mdem, so the guy, the chick was always on his neck. They dated for like 15 years. All right, and then the thing did not work for camera thing. Alikuwa tu hapo ana try. The lady was like, "Wait, by the way, this thing is not working. Could you try another thing?" Unajua, because you have put your mind on this one thing, but I feel like you should like expound or explore other areas where it can work. But the guy only had this one direction. And he kept telling the chick, I've already figured this thing out. Ikijipa, utafurahia. But now the chick was like, no, I've waited for long, and you need to kufikiria out of the box, because
I've seen that movie.
You've seen that movie because you have been here for a long minute, and now the chick drops the guy. Then another lady comes into the guy's life, and the chick was like, "This is your dream. Let's do this." And then the chick is like, let's do. By the way, kumaliza 2 years. Umse aliomoka mbaya.
Big time.
And then now this other chick who started with the guy comes back. Ako like, well, nilikuvumilia for 15 years, now you're making it. This chick has been here for 2 years, and you have already nini. Mi nilikuvumilia for all these years. But now the difference is, udem alikam, udem now, dem latest, alikam na, ali believe on the dream of the guy. Alikuwa like, you know what, where ni mtu wa kamenje, iyo kamenje tuende nayo, and you got na come support 100%, and the guy turned out good, but now this other chick came back demanding that I was the first one who was introduced to the dream. I feel like I deserve to be in this marriage, and anadaisha ude majitoe, which doesn't make sense. Sometimes men just need one person to believe in them, and they're gonna make it big time. Mimi, I can tell you that for free. The other thing is, I can give an example, by the way, with my own life. Sometimes the things we see around us, you know, people think mali umegrow itadetermine on how you're going to be in future. For example, me, I've grown in places where I've not seen like a neat family unit, you know.
Yeah.
That did not make me feel like I need to go on with this trend, but it made me feel like, by this thing about family, I think I should change our area and the people, how people think, you know, jua. So sometimes we might grow in spaces where tuna feel space. This is the order of the day. Unajua, you come in the morning, you know, husbands are beating their wives and you feel like this is the right thing to do. So hata we ukimari juu hiyo ndo kitu uligrow ukichekigi, you want to implement that in your life and in your marriage. So the place where you grow does not define who you are. And I remember sometimes I was speaking with some young people and I was saying, do not allow people to define you with your situations. Unajua, that is very bad. Ati ule boy mkonda, ati ule boy mlevi, ule boy anaga kakitu. Do not allow people to define you with your situations, because you did it, you're not it. It happened around you, but you're not it. It was just around you. Or don't allow people define you with your past. What you did in the past. You did it, but you're not it.
That's a good one.
Ile story. I don't know if you guys have heard this story. There was a man who had 2 sons, and this man was a proper drunk. Like, alikuwa analewa ile serious. And when these 2 sons grew up, one of them became twice the drunkard that the dad was. And the other one, yani nimse hajawai kunywa pombe. And both these men, these kids, credited their lives to their dads. Ukiuliza huyu wa kwanza, kwa nini wewe ulewa hivi? Anasema ni juu ya mzae. Huyu ukimuuliza kwa nini wewe ulewi? Anakuambia bado ni juu ya
mzae.
Niliona venye ilikuwa ina mess.
Two sides of the coin.
Two sides of it. It can go south or it can go north. So it depends on how you're gonna take it. You know, everybody has a way of how they see things. Unajua? How you define, everybody has different revelations. So that's my take.
Hakuna, there isn't like one way that is the right way.
Come on.
True.
Everybody has their
kila mtu na jani yake pale.
Hii imekuwa serious sana to light.
Imekuwa serious.
Unajua karibu niulize, guys, sasa ukishinda 1 million utadu. To break the monotony.
Man, to break them. Mimi nilikuwa gonna feel kuuliza manze, is it right to date a Kisii?
A sober Christian with moral values.
A sober Christian with moral values.
Mwenye anataka kwenda heaven.
Is it right to date a Kisii?
Niko na best Kisii na anaweza watch. Sitaki tuanze kuwa na grudge. I'll not answer that.
Mimi nafilikiwa Kisii wakiamka wanakoga wamebeba tu makei. Wakaziweka tu kwa mfuko wazitumie tu. Wanazichomwaga tu kwekwe. Yani anytime tu kakei kanatolewa tu mahali. But mimi ufiliki tu wa Kisii, but they don't judge Kisiis on how they talk. Sometimes I feel like they are the most romantic people.
Hata wewe unajua hiyo sio ukweli.
Unajua Mkisii anaweza congratulate but unadhani anakushautia. Akikwenda Mochinga, congratulations.
Hata nimeanza kumwana kichwa sasa. Wewe hujafika siku ya election, watu wamepanga line kwa C. Hakuna mtu kwa J. Kwa sababu ni Jackson Joseph.
Wewe hiyo ni Kisii ama ni
Kisii?
Eldoret pale ya kale.
Chemaima ako kwa C bana J.
Unauliza, kwani nyinyi wote hakuna mtu jina yake anaanza na
Chems ako
wote wako?
Oh my god.
Nilimaliza ni ya Jackson.
Hata ule msanii wa kule America anaitwa Michael Jackson. Na ukienda kule US pale Minnesota
wamejaa.
Wakisi urushe tu mawe hivi unagonga mora.
Ni kama pipeline na Wakamba. Kalonzo. By the way, I noticed that Wakamba wengi jina zetu zinaanzaga na M. Let's try and name Kamba names.
Mombe.
Mutuku.
Mutiso.
Mombua.
Mwalimu.
Ni maem tu. Alafu kwa hizi maem zimeflow out of nowhere Chalo. chalo ni nini unaharibu the trends.
Wambwa.
By the way, kuna kitu ulikuwa unaniambia before tuanze pod. Ati ulienda kwa Swahili dish
mjangu Swahili dishes umekula biriani nyingine nzuri pale kasema nilipa na M-Pesa. Paul Wamboi. Doa nyoba jamani.
Umeingia hadi kwa Swahili dishes.
Mimi na expect nipatane na pale
Abdalla
Kadzu.
Mohamed Ali.
ama umeenda pale Masai Mara, Masai ameruka fiti, unaamua kumtipu.
Jackson Kamau.
Mutizo jalo.
Kama
Mimi yenye ilinimaliza nilikuwa nimeenda Coast. I don't know why Adoa Nyoba you have to try and fit in kila mahali. Nilienda Coast by then kapata Modoa Nyoba amevaa kanzu. Before they talked singejua by then ni Modoa Nyoba. Nilijua tu ile time wase walifika wakaanza kusalimiana. Ana try kufit in. Alisalimia hapo hivi Abdalla, assalamu alaikum. Mi mali linimaliza ni mali cha kukula chakula akasema alhamdulillah.
piga swala yake safi pale.
Alafu time ya kwenda akaambia watu tuonaneni kesho inshallah.
Lakini unajua back then in campus lecturer wetu alikuwa anatuambianga hiyo course yako kama haina Mkikuyu
it's not you're headed nowhere.
Yeah.
Course inaweza kuwa
Destined to fail.
hunting.
Destined to
Bachelor's
fail.
degree in hunting and gathering.
My lord.
Mtu yangu kama hakuna Mkikuyu.
Wachana nayo.
Na unaweza kuwa unapiga med na kama hiyo class hakuna Mkikuyu nyinyi
Wachana.
wote.
Mjue mtatamak. Sasa so going back to the conversation ya majama. So me na feel the way people come out to describe how things are happening in their homes. So this lady comes and speaks of how but there is a point where aliangalia chali yake akamwambia wewe unaongea nini na unalalaga kwa kitanda yangu. Sema below the belt. So do you think how should you address your men, guys?
One thing that I know about addressing men, when you are in public, your guy is right 100%. It does not matter what Shing is saying.
I see what you
is correct. is right.
Ukristo.
Amesema the right thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But when ukirudi home, unaweza tu msho wenyewe unachoma.
funga tu hiyo mlango.
Na umwambie some few words.
Ngoja. Pia venye unamwambia hizo few words hata kama amefunga mlango, it's still important.
Yeah, it's very important.
Funga mlango, weka juice pale. You know? Alafu fanya ile
How
kitu
was your day?
inaitwa sandwich response.
Good.
Reality of things. Good.
Oh. So unampiga zesta.
Ulihandle your interview fit.
Today you are dressed very well. I loved your
Color grading, hata producer color grading.
My lord.
I know.
Kwa sababu
Such things.
But then I learned this from someone. I learned this from my boss.
Yeah.
Mr. Shadrack Ashayo Tumpes. When you're talking to someone and then you use but, it disqualifies every good thing
that
you
you
said.
said.
Yeah.
But however.
Use however.
Hata however ni mbaya.
Sasa tutatumia nini?
Sasa tutatumia nini?
So
I loved the way you were dressed today. I loved.
moving forward.
Forward.
Where are we moving forward?
Moving forward. Ama in future, when you're in this situation,
Yeah.
Okay.
you can respond like
This and that.
Hey, etiquette.
Yeah, don't say this, don't say. But sometimes kwa grau kidogo yutu kwa tofauti.
lakini unaona sasa ukijipata kwa altercations si mara moja au mbili inakubidi sasa
Yeah.
You know, that's why we normally we are normally told before we marry, make sure you're marrying an intellect. Yeah. Tafuta tu at least dem amemaliza form 4.
lakini nilisikia ndugu zako huko nje wanasema bora akona akili ya kuvuka barabara
Na anapika chapati.
mimi nilisikia hivyo nikasema mandugu huko nje mnaangusha.
Unacheza you know when uki argue na dem akona intellect atakwambia baby you just sleep over it, we're going to
Sleep
talk
on
about
it.
it. Sleep on it, we're going to talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nipige
Niue basi.
Nipige.
Sasa patana
Alafu
na
anakugonga kwa chest.
Nipige
Niue
kama
basi.
wewe ni mwanaume. Niue.
Ni nini? Niue basi.
Biblia inakukataza usimpige mke wako.
Yeah, yeah.
Desturi na mila inakukataza usimpige mke wako.
Yeah.
Mke anakwambia
wrong
mama
because
wako huyo.
haufai kutest ego ya mwanaume hiyo atakupiga utekwa mabare.
Mi shosho yangu alikuwa ananiambiaga msi akikwambia atakupiga siku moja haki.
Atakupiga.
I promise you.
Atakupiga.
Atakupiga. Msi akikwambia tu ndakuua by the start packing your bags because one day
Anza kukwambia mapangale.
unadhani ni dance time. Kumbe.
Anapiga mapanga le na wewe.
But hizi vitu I had a dark joke. I was watching a pod. The guy guys okokeni. Wacha niseme hiyo joke. Wacha niseme okokeni huku nje. Yeah, the guy was referring to Ruga. Yeah, the Nigerian singer.
Si huyu wa Islando.
Wachana na wa Islando. You see Ruga, the guy who has like
the eye patch and the
yeah.
pink hair.
Yeah. So the guy So the guy was saying the way he loves Ruga, he watches TV with one eye.
The road to heaven is narrow.
Very narrow.
The road to heaven is narrow.
Very narrow.
Narrow is the way.
Narrow is the way.
Yeah, but so guys at home, remember how you address your men bana. Tuache niue bas. Let's just know how we address our men.
Once again, tunasema you date intellects.
Yeah.
Na shule pia ni mzuri.
Shule tu ni mzuri tafadhali.
Shule ni mzuri. Tuende shule.
Yeah, na tuende therapy. Tupende tu kuongea. Let's talk about everything. Yeah.
Therapy sana.
Hakuna kitu kama
some of us need exorcism, but baby steps, guys, baby steps. Some of you need exorcism.
Nasema roho itoke.
Therapy is baby steps. Some of you exorcism
is the way.
But baby steps. Therapy, baby steps.
Nahitaji maombi ya kesha. Haya, maneno ya mwisho tukimalizia.
I always say that there isn't anything like over communication.
Yeah.
You know, like always communicate about it.
Come on.
Even the most stazita petty. But petty.
Let's
talk about it.
Come on now.
Yeah, like talk about it. Hiyo kitu ya ku assume and feeling like okay, let me just assume. Hiyo ku assume ndio imeharibu vitu kuje. Enyewe mwenye alisema ongea kutoke anatusaidia. Ongea hiyo kitu kutoke.
Omse abarikiwe na matwins.
Yeah, watu waongee iwatoke.
Very nice.
Yeah, there isn't anything like over communication. Always communicate about it.
Come on. Stella, maneno ya mwisho tunapomalizia patanisho.
Yangu tunaweza sema ni tafakari ya babu.
Naam.
Tafakari ya babu inaenda hivi. Some of you out here, I pray in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit. Kuna vitu wase wamefanyia wenzao huku nje. And I genuinely ni kitu nilikuwa nimepost leo. Mi sikuombei ati mawe ikuangukie. I'm just genuinely praying that some of you meet yourselves out here.
Yeah.
No. The way you're treating people out here, I wish you meet someone who treats you the way you're treating others.
Yeah.
To just get a taste of your own ministry.
Oh, Sarah,
Enough said. Now, wait, who hurt you?
Hey, who hurt you? Do you need a hug?
Dada anaumia.
Yeah.
Kwa hayo mengi machache mafupi, mi naweza sema tu by the guys, love yourselves. Be your first priorities by the
that's for sure.
Tujipende. Let's love ourselves. Lakini kwa hayo machache marefu na mapana, remember guys, we are the 60 Minutes Pod and it's been such a pleasure having you. My name is MC Noel with these amazing people right here. Na tunasemaga hapa we are good vibes and we are out. Remember to subscribe, like, comment and share. Sisi yao.
Adios. Peace.